told the widow that you had some experience with someone in my condition once. Who was that, Miss Jones?
I think you know who that was.
I think so too. How'd you get over your crack up?
I didn't crack up.
She's traveling under the wing, the military escort of this butch vocal teacher who organizes little community sings in the bus. I'm surprised they're not singing now. They must have already suffocated. Otherwise they'd be singing some morale-boosting number like Pop Goes the Weasel or For She's a Jolly Good Fellow. Oh, God, and each night after supper, after the complaints about the supper, and then the checkup on the checks by the math instructor, and the vomiting of the supper by several ladies who've inspected the kitchen, then the kid, the canary, will give a vocal recital. I mean, after a day of one indescribable torment after another, such as 3 blowouts, and a leaking radiator in Tierra Caliente, an evening climb up the Sierras through torrents of rain over chasms and gorges measureless to man. I mean, after such a day as this has finally come to a close, right after supper, before there is a chance to escape, Miss Charlotte Goodall will give a heart-breaking and ear-splitting rendition of Carrie Jacobs Bond's End of a Perfect Day with absolutely no humor.
Ah!
Yeah! To answer your question politely, I have been inactive in the church for all but 1 year since I was ordained a minister of the church.
It's quite a sabbatical, Mr. Shannon.
Yeah, that's quite a sabbatical. Well, I wasn't defrocked. But I was locked out of my church in Pleasant Valley, Virginia, and put into a nice little private asylum to recuperate from a complete nervous breakdown, as they prefer to regard it. Then I entered my present line. Tours of God's world conducted by a minister of God, with a cross and a round collar to prove it. Collecting evidence.
Evidence of what, Mr. Shannon?
My personal idea of God. Not as a senile delinquent, but as a
incomplete sentence. That word fantastic seems to be your favorite word, Mr. Shannon.
Yeah. We live on 2 levels, Miss Jones. The realistic level and the fantastic level. Which is the real one, really?
I would say both, Mr. Shannon.
Yeah. When you live on the fantastic level, as I have lately, but you have to operate on the realistic level, it's when you're spooked. That's the spook. I thought I'd shake the spook here, but conditions at the Costa Verde have changed.